going on? What is popping, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice because that is my nickname. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get out to the public and my channel to grow overall. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a Telegram sports videos weekly, and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. Let's talk about the Carolina Panthers and their roller coaster of a future. You know, Ron Rivera gone, new management in. They thought Kyle Allen was the guy. Turns out he's a bum. Cam Newton out the door. They want him back in the door now. They finally start Will Grier. I don't know what took them so long with Will Grier. Why would you draft a quarterback in the third round and you wait till week 16 of the season to finally get him some action, especially when your starting quarterback got hurt? I don't understand that, but again, it is what it is. So I'm gonna discuss Will Grier, his first start, you know, Kyle Allen, Cam Newton. We'll discuss the Panthers' future at quarterback, because in reality, the Panthers, they got a great pass rush, they got a great linebacker core, they have a stud running back, they have solid wide receivers and tight ends, but in reality, if you don't have a quarterback, you're not gonna succeed, and the Panthers are learning that right now. They also need to find a new head coach, but again, this is a real roster. A lot of coaches that are competent can win with this roster, okay? But let's start with Will Grier. Will Grier's first start in the NFL was kind of rough, okay? It was pretty rough. You know, I will give him some slack in this regard just because it was his first start officially, and it was on the road versus a pretty solid Colts team. I know the Colts' record is not very good, but the Colts are better than their record tells you right now, okay? He didn't have DJ Moore. The offensive line was not very good. It just didn't block very well on the day, and the game plan to me was not very good for the game, okay? It wasn't. You know, Will Grier, there were some decent things to take away from this game, but overall, I was not impressed. I really wasn't. I thought Will Grier was a very solid quarterback coming out of West Virginia. I thought he was the third best quarterback in the draft behind Kyler Murray and Dwayne Haskins. Obviously, I'm wrong up to this point, but again, I'm all for giving players some time. But again, so far, not impressed. He's out there missing. He missed several touchdowns on several throws. He overthrew guys. He was just off target on simple, easy throws. He underthrew guys, especially downfield when he had to take deep shots down the field. He just underthrew his, wide receivers. He made some bad decisions. And overall, I see an average arm. I see a guy that, I'm not going to say it's a low ceiling right now just because I haven't seen him play a whole lot. But again, Will Grier's inability to push the ball consistently down the field with a lot of great accuracy and a lot of zip, he's limited to some degree. And I felt that West Virginia, he was super accurate. But I had questions about his deep ball, okay? See, he got a lot of help from his wide receivers at West Virginia. He threw up a lot of jump balls, and those great wide receivers made plays. But in the NFL, relying on your wide receivers to make jump ball contested catches every single week is not going to cut it. Sometimes you're just going to have to put the ball on the money, and I don't think Will Grier did that. He just wasn't impressive. It was his first start. He didn't have his best wide receiver weapon out there, but again, he was out there checking the ball down to Christian McCaffrey a lot. Christian McCaffrey had over 10 catches in that game. You can't win games in the NFL checking down to your running back 10 or 15 times a game. That's not going to cut it. You need to push the ball down the field. You need to make something happen, and you need to consistently fit the ball into tight windows. And I think to some degree, I overrated Will Grier a little bit. But again, I still have faith he can be a solid quarterback. But again, I don't know how good he's going to be. Again, first start, rough time. But again, if I'm the Panthers, I got a real roster right now. This defense is for real. They have solid. They have a solid secondary. They got weapons. They got Christian McCaffrey. I'm trying to win now. I don't want to waste time. So while I would say give Will Grier the keys to the franchise next year, I don't know. Unless he makes a big leap in the offseason, I don't know if I can trust him. So again, and again, Justin Herbert, he's pretty good coming out of Oregon. Tua Tagovailoa, I'm kind of down on Tua, but I think Tua can work in the NFL with this roster. So again, if the Panthers want to draft a guy, that's a route they can look to go. I think Will Grier has some type of talent. He has decent mobility. He showed off his mobility in this game. But again, I'm not encouraged from what I'm seeing from Will Grier. I do believe the Panthers should have started him a long time ago to see what they truly had, because I don't think you're going to get a full indication of what you have from Will Grier in the final 2 games of the season. That's just not going to happen. So again, unfortunate for him. And the other thing is, see, they drafted Will Grier in the 3rd round. They invested a draft pick in him. It took them until week 16 to start him. That should tell you how the Panthers feel about Will Grier. I'm just saying, Kyler Murray, he started right away. Daniel Jones, he started in week 3. Dwayne Haskins, they gave him the keys to the franchise once they felt he was ready. So again, I don't think the Panthers are confident in Will Grier, and that's that. Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen is not the guy. He's just not. I've been saying for weeks, Kyle Allen is not the guy. I've been saying for weeks and weeks, bring back Cam Newton. Kyle Allen sucks. Kyle Allen is not a good starting quarterback. He at best is probably the 25th best starting quarterback in football if you were to rate these quarterbacks, okay? He's just not that good. 17 touchdown passes, 15 interceptions is not going to get it done for me. And a lot of people were going crazy saying Kyle Allen's the future. Oh, look at Kyle Allen. He's winning games. Cam Newton is not. And they failed to realize, they failed to put these wins in context. The 4-game winning streak was driven by Christian McCaffrey and elite play from the defense. Kyle Allen had 4 touchdown passes versus the Cardinals in his first ever start. That was impressive. But again, it's the Cardinals. They're not very good. Ever since then, the most touchdowns he's thrown in a game is 3. And he's only done that once, okay? Kyle Allen has fallen to the ground. He has lost 7 of his last 8 starts, okay? Versus San Francisco, he got exposed. He got blown out. Versus Green Bay, didn't play very well until the 4th quarter. Versus New Orleans, wasn't very good. He put up 3 points versus the sorry Atlanta Falcons defense. Kyle Allen is not the guy. And again, I think he's a bottom level starting quarterback. If you need Kyle Allen to come in and win you a game or 2, he can do that. And he's good in certain spots, but not long term, guys. Do not give Kyle Allen the long term investment in your franchise. He's not the guy. Because you have to, in order to win Super Bowls, in order to win big, in order to win this division, you have to beat Drew Brees. You're going to have to go through Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. You're going to have to go through Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. You're going to have to go through Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, Jimmy G and the 49ers, Jared Goff and the Rams, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals are on the rise. I don't see a scenario where Kyle Allen elevates the Panthers over those teams, especially in the playoffs, if they're lucky enough to get there. I don't think Kyle Allen's the answer. I never thought he was. He's very limited as a quarterback. I just don't see the special traits. I think he's a cool kid. He works hard, but again, he's not very talented. And that's the problem. This brings me to my final point. Well, not my final point, one of my final points, but either way, Cam Newton needs to be back next year in a Carolina Panthers uniform. The Panthers have tried to drag him out the door. Cam Newton has said, I still want to be back in Carolina. And to me, if I'm the Panthers, I'm super pumped about that because if you think Kyle Allen is the future, if you think Will Grier is a slam dunk based off that one performance, I really don't know what to tell you. I think you need to be drug tested. See, Cam Newton is 30 years old, and I get it. He's been hurt. He's been banged up. I understand that. If Cam Newton was on the final year of his deal, I will understand you moving on from him. But Cam Newton has 1 year left on his contract. Let's see what he can do when he's fully healthy with DJ Moore, with Curtis Samuel, with Greg Olsen, with Christian McCaffrey, with an improved offensive line from years past, with a stout defense. Because the last time we saw Cam Newton healthy last year, the guy was 6-2. He had a career high in completion percentage. He was putting up better numbers statistically than his MVP season. He had 15 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in 8 games before he got hurt versus Pittsburgh. This roster for the Panthers is built to win now. It's a top 10 roster in football. And I'm here to tell you, MVP level Cam Newton, top 10 quarterback level Cam Newton, because I think when Cam Newton is healthy, he's a top 10 quarterback in football. Cam Newton can win you a Super Bowl. He can beat Drew Brees. He can beat Aaron Rodgers. He can beat Kirk Cousins. He can beat Jimmy G and the 49ers. He can do that. This guy's been to a Super Bowl. And he went to a Super Bowl with Jericho Country, Philly Brown, and Ted Ginn Jr. as his best weapons on the outside. These weapons with Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, Ian Thomas, Christian McCaffrey, Greg Olsen. This is Cam Newton in a candy store. I believe, look, I know it's a risk, but let Cam Newton get healthy for a full offseason and let him show you what he can do next year. Because I guarantee you next year, Cam Newton, healthy, he's going to ball. And you do not want to see Cam Newton balling on the Chicago Bears next year. You don't want to see him balling on the Los Angeles Chargers roster next year. Because you will forever regret it. And I think that's a bad thing. When you have a good quarterback, keep him. He's a former MVP. He's been to Super Bowl. And he deserves your respect. Carolina Panthers. He's been your franchise for years. Don't let it change, okay? He's 30 years old. I think he has at least about 5 more years left if he's healthy, okay? And again, the Panthers don't necessarily need Cam Newton to always be an MVP level player. You know, it would definitely help. But again, they have a great defense, a great offense, a great running back in Christian McCaffrey, solid weapons. Cam Newton just needs to be pretty good in order for them to win games, okay? Now, the options, if you don't believe in these things, is letting Will Grier develop, you know, or drafting a quarterback, or signing Teddy Bridgewater. Those are your options in my opinion, okay? Listen. Will Grier, as much as I was not impressed with his first start, it's his first start. If you want to let him develop, that's fine. Maybe go out and get an extra wide receiver for him to throw to, maybe a T. Higgins, maybe a Laviska Shenault, maybe a Taylor Wallace. I mean, this draft is full of wide receivers, so again, maybe give him some weapons. Also, if Tua Tagovailoa or Justin Herbert are there in the draft, and you want to move on from Cam Newton, I don't think that's a bad idea. Because I think Justin Herbert, if given the right situation, meaning going to a good team like the Panthers, he can succeed. Same with Tua Tagovailoa. I don't think they're Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is in a class by himself. I think that Justin Herbert is really good. He has a chance to be really good, but he's erratic at times. And I think Tua Tagovailoa was not challenged at Alabama, and I don't think that he's ready to take the smoke of the NFL and the heat. You know, and he's never stayed healthy. And Tua Tagovailoa, when he's faced up against, you know, NFL caliber defenses in college, he's really struggled. So I think Tua Tagovailoa needs the right coach, needs the right fit, and needs the right system. And he needs good players around him. I don't think that you put Tua Tagovailoa behind the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line, he's going to succeed. That's just my opinion. So again, I think if you could draft a quarterback, it would be a decent option. However, I'm taking MVP Cam Newton. I'm taking top 10 level quarterback Cam Newton when I can, okay? But also, don't rule out Teddy Bridgewater to the Panthers, because Teddy Bridgewater, one thing about him, he knows that division now. He's been with the Saints. He's faced the Buccaneers. He's faced the Falcons. You know, bring him in. He's familiar with the division. He's accurate. He's reliable. He's a solid leader. And last time we saw Teddy Bridgewater healthy for a full season when he was a starting quarterback, he led the Vikings to the playoffs, and had the kicker not missed the field goal, they would have beaten Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks in a playoff game. You know how tough it is to beat Russell Wilson in a playoff game? It's pretty impressive. So my thing is, I think Teddy Bridgewater is a viable option. Teddy Bridgewater played well in relief of Drew Brees, and Teddy Bridgewater is going into a situation where it's pretty much like the Saints. You know, great, you know, running back, you know, decent offensive line, great wide receivers, great defense. But again, I feel like you have a ceiling with Teddy Bridgewater. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater will scream Super Bowl, or big-time playoff wins. I just don't see that. But again, who knows? So either way, your best option, Panthers fans and Panthers organization, is to stick with Cam Newton. The guy's a top 10 quarterback when he's healthy. I guarantee you, if you give Cam Newton the full offseason to heal, he'll be just fine next year. Do not give the keys to Kyle Allen. And while I like Will Grier, I think there's a little bit of a ceiling to him. And I don't think Will Grier will ever beat Cam Newton. And when you have Cam Newton on your team, you roll with him. Cam Newton needs to be a Panther next year. And if the Panthers let him go, they will forever regret it the next couple of years. Be sure to comment whether you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? You know, or potentially if it doesn't, you know, if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, you know, get other people hip to this channel, you know, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.